For all the students in the audience, where did I say to put your parents? What type of nursing home? A good nursing home, thank you. That was my presentation to East Longmeadow High School. So welcome and congratulations. I'm just going to briefly review the scholarship program. And I read quickly, probably quicker than some of your teachers I'm hearing all about for my sophomore kid, but the East Longmeadow Rotary Memorial Scholarship Foundation Incorporated was incorporated December 22nd, 1986 to provide scholarships, grants, and awards to residents of the town of East Longmeadow who are pursuing educational programs and or vocational training beyond high school. These awards, whenever possible, were to be made in the names of deceased members of the Rotary Club of East Longmeadow as a memoriam to them. Bylaws were created in the early 1987 to establish the articles in which the corporation would be managed. These bylaws established the election of corporation officers and their specific roles, meeting requirements, a board of directors, and purpose and powers of the corporation. In September 1987, the bylaws were amended for the composition of the board of directors and term limitations. The first donation toward establishing the scholarships was from the Rotary Club of East Longmeadow, thank you, Rotary Club, in the amount of $6,000 in mid-1987. With this donation, an investment committee was established. These monies were invested by the corporation as capital, and it was established that only the interest from the capital was to be used for scholarships. In 1991, the Earl McDonald Memorial Scholarship was established through a generous donation from the American Saw and Manufacturing Company and donations from many other donors. The principal amount donated was to remain intact and not to be dispersed. All interest from the capital was granted for one annual scholarship to an East Longmeadow student attending a business school or college, and preferably a student in the need of financial support. In 1992, the James E. Davis Memorial Scholarship was established through a generous donation from the Irene E. and George A. Davis Foundations, as well as donations from other donors. In 2002, the Irene E. and George A. Davis Foundation contributed additional generous grant for the perpetuation of the scholarship. In 1998, the Douglas Burak Memorial Scholarship was established for students pursuing culinary arts or related fields of study. These students were to be East Longmeadow residents and could be sophomores, juniors, or seniors pursuing culinary arts or related programs. In 1999, the Douglas Burak Memorial Scholarship criterion for eligibility was modified so that if no culinary arts or related program students applied, the scholarships could be awarded to a vocation career training program for student and vocational career training program, and lastly, a business program. In 2013, the Michael Linehan Memorial Scholarship was established through donations from TD Bank and many other donors. The scholarship was deemed to be a $1,000 annual scholarship for 6 years. To create the permanency of the scholarship, additional funds of $19,000 would have been needed. Coordination for scholarship applications have been through the East Longmeadow High School, Career Tech, previously known as Pioneer Valley Collaborative, Pope Francis High School, previously known as Cathedral High School, Wilbraham Munson Academy, Willie Ross School for the Deaf, Pioneer Valley Christian Academy, and Johnson & Wales Culinary Arts University. As of May 2019, and since its inception in 1986, the East Longmeadow Rotary Memorial Scholarship Foundation Incorporated, which I call LSMRF, has awarded $362,750 in scholarships, primarily to East Longmeadow High School students. Actually, they all go to East Longmeadow residents anyway. So that's that foundation. The other foundation, the Club Foundation, since 1993, the East Longmeadow Rotary Foundation, Inc. has awarded $46,250 in scholarships. Scholarship recipients are chosen based on the whole person concept that takes into consideration academia, school contributions, community involvement, future plans, and goals and letters of recommendations. The club scholarship is earmarked for an East Longmeadow Rotary Club Rotarian child or grandchild, best that we can get that, and is awarded on merit. The Willie Ferraro Memorial Scholarship is awarded in memory of Willie Ferraro, who is the founder of our East Long Meadow Rotary Summer Concert Series, and is awarded to a student entering the field of study related to music or entertainment. So in saying that, our Willie Ferraro recipient was not able to join us today, so Susan Grimaldi, our current concert chairperson for the concerts, is going to try to get that person into one of our concerts and present the check there, if at all possible. The other two students who were not able to join us, thanks, Dad, for coming. We had two students from East Long Meadow. One came from Wilbraham Munson Academy, but was an East Long Meadow resident last year, graduating high school, and the other from East Long Meadow High School. Both are culinary arts students at Johnson & Wales, and as the East Long Meadow High School didn't have any applicants for culinary arts, and we had that cute little provision in the bylaw, those students are getting the culinary arts because they were in the field and it made sense. So those are Julianne Charette and Tatiana Ravelli. And both extend their negative RSVPs coming, but hey, Michael came to join us, so we got Dad. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have Dave Carlson come and stand with Gary, please. And Dan, if you can join us for the first two, we'll start a little bit backwards. So the first two scholarships, so scholarship recipients, when you come up, we're going to know your name because I'll have announced them. If you could just let us know what field you're interested and where you're going to college, that would be great. And we're going to start not in line because I can do anything the way I want because I'm in charge of the podium right now. I'm going to have Grace, is it Rajan? Rajan, come please. And Grace is going to start, and then Sam, you're next up in line as soon as she's done. Give that to Dave, please, or Dan, please. Come on up with me.
Oh, all right.
You get to tell us where you're going to go. No, that's after.
All right.
Give you the money after you speak.
Okay. All right. So, again, my name is Grace. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to start off by saying thank you for your generosity. It means a lot to be considered for the scholarship, especially when you... In context, when you open up those financial aid letters and you look at the amount of money schools are giving you, or I guess not giving you, you get taken aback a little. So this definitely helps a lot. So in terms of my interests, I'm really interested in public health. I'd like to go into public health, community health, and public health education. In regards to college, I'm going to give you a little spiel on that real quick. About 3 weeks before I was going to commit to a college, my dad comes up to me and he goes, "Hey Grace, next week I'm moving out to California and the whole family's going too." And so I was taken aback a little bit and I had to figure out what I wanted to do, whether or not I wanted to stay here and commit to the college that I was going to go to, or if I was going to take a risk on myself and go to California. And I decided to take that risk. And starting in July, I'm actually going to India for 6 months. I'll be working in school districts there, under-resourced school districts, working to provide kids with technological framework in their schools so they are competitive in environments where they don't really have those opportunities. A lot of them are child laborers. So that's my mission, that's my goal, that's something I really want to accomplish. And then in January, I'm reapplying to schools in California. So don't worry, college is happening. Don't want to alarm any of you. It's on the table. But that'll be coming at a later date. Maybe not September, but January is where we're looking. So definitely college is coming. Hopefully it's not an issue. I'll talk to you all later, but might have waited too long. But yeah, thank you so much. Again, I want to extend my thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Beat that.
I'm not going to.
I know. My spiel is much more short and sweet. Again, I would like to thank the generosity of all the contributors and the Rotary Club for making this possible. I plan on studying math or political science next year at Yale.
No, you can go away, thanks.
Heavy lifting?
Don't let the door hit you. So the Michael Linehan Memorial Scholarship for Greg Turnberg. Come on up, Greg.
So hi, I'd like to thank Rotary Club for putting this on and the Twin Hills Country Club for hosting us. My name is Greg Turnberg, and I plan on going to UMass Amherst to study physics. Physics and science has always been a big passion of mine, so hopefully one day I'll be able to be a researcher and just learn more about the universe.
All right, I had a hard time with these. Two hard names back. All right, Abigail. That's easy. Abigail Donahue, please. And Abigail is our recipient of the General East Long Meadow Rotary Memorial Scholarship Foundation, Inc. Scholarship.
Hi, I'm Abby, as you guys heard. I would first of all just like to thank the committee once again for honoring us with these scholarships. It's a wonderful feeling to feel recognized in this way, and it's also so important going into the very expensive college education system, and it's wonderful to have your support. I am going to Tufts University next year, and I'm planning to study biopsychology or possibly child study and human development, and I'm hoping to bring what I learned back to this community or other communities to continue working with special needs kids, as has been a big passion of mine for my whole life. Thank you.
We have two James Davis Memorial Scholarship recipients. Irene Dimitroglu? Close? Close? Okay. Please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Irene. Thank you for the Rotary Club for the scholarship. I know you've heard it a lot, but thank you. I'm going to Westfield State University next year to study nursing.
And Joseph Gellin, or is it Gellin?
It's Gellin.
Gellin, okay, I was close.
Yeah, you're very close.
See, it's easier when the assistant principals are up there mentioning the names right before the presentations, we do.
Hello, I'm Joseph. I would like to thank the committee for this generous scholarship. I don't know what I would do without it. College is very expensive. So I'm going to the Georgia Institute of Technology to study aerospace engineering, which has been a passion of mine since I believe before second grade. I plan on specializing specifically in jet propulsion, as that is where the field is trending towards, specifically, in this aerospace industry with SpaceX, Boeing, looking a lot more towards, establishing stations and on the moon and hope potentially in Mars. And of course, that technology will go to help people back here on Earth through the innovations that are made. So thank you all again for this amazing opportunity.
And it's very nice to hear that somebody's going to go fix Boeing for us. Where's Jacobs? So, Jay, come on up. Jimmy didn't give me your check, so we're going to do this a little differently. Trust me, you know your grandfather? Yeah. We'll get you. So, Jacob is going to school at McDuffie. So his name was on a different list than the other list of the people who were here, but your grandfather's going to present at your school. Did you know that yet?
Yeah.
Are you afraid?
No.
I
might have to cross my fingers, but it should be.
Yeah, so we'll figure out getting you the check from Jimmy so Jay can have his check next week. That's probably more important than the certificate that I'm going to let Dave and Gary give you in a minute, but please let us know where you're going.
So, as Adele said, my name is Jacob Roulier. I'm going to UMass Dartmouth starting in the fall. I'm going to be in engineering, undecided. Also have an interest in forensics, so we'll see where that goes, but I'm in engineering right now. I want to thank you guys. I think I'm like the 7th person up here, so I hope it still sounds refreshing when I say thank you. We really appreciate this. This is a great opportunity, and it really helps because you come out of college and you got a huge check, you got a bunch of loans, and you really got to worry about that along with everything else that you're focusing on, so this means a lot. Thank you.
So scholarship recipients, you sort of have to hang out and take a picture with the president and the other president. So Gary is our club president. Dave is East Long Meadow Rotary Memorial Scholarship Foundation Incorporated president. So 2 separate pots of money where the scholarships come from, 2 separate presidents. One thing I did want to mention, as you heard as I was talking about where these scholarships come from, it's based on the interest. So as you're investing later in your life to make sure your parents get that really nice nursing home, they're called perpetual funds. So the initial investment continues to gain interest every year, and that's how, since 1986-7, we've been able to, between these 2 accounts, present these scholarships every single year to deserving students. Back to you.
Okay, very good. Again, a round of applause for the students for their hard work, over the past 4 years. You certainly can see that their efforts have paid off. They're all going on to fabulous schools with the opportunity of pursuing a very successful career. But at the same time, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't take the time to likewise thank the parents, who really, to a large extent, makes it possible, for their children to be so successful, not only in high school, but eventually in college as well. So on behalf of the East Long Meadow Rotary Club, to both the students and the parents, we give you our applause and our congratulations. Okay, after we generally go through the program, which today was the presentation of the checks, we generally conclude our meeting with what's referred to as the 4-way test, which is kind of a motto of the type of things that you should follow, as you go through life. And as we go through them, I think you'll see what I mean. And so if everybody could please stand. Dan, could you talk us through the 4-way test?
The 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First,
is it the truth?
Second,
Is it fair to all concerned?
third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
and fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Again, good mottos to follow, in one's life. And that concludes the meeting for today. Everybody have a great day and a great weekend.